the natural world, a realm of beauty, wonder, and for some, unimaginable terror. For within the deepest recesses of the human psyche lie primal fears, anxieties so profound they can paralyze the senses and grip the soul with icy dread. These are not mere dislikes, not fleeting moments of discomfort. These are phobias, powerful and ancient, a legacy passed down through millennia of evolution. They lurk in the shadows of our subconscious, waiting to emerge from the darkness. Join us, if you dare, on a journey into the abyss of human fear. We will explore the chilling reality of 10 terrifying phobias, each more unsettling than the last. From the mundane to the utterly bizarre, we will unravel the mysteries behind these conditions. Prepare yourself, for what you are about to witness will challenge your understanding of the human mind and leave you questioning the very nature of fear itself. Our journey begins with a phobia that affects millions worldwide, a fear triggered not by monstrous creatures or impending doom, but by something far more insidious, clusters of small holes. This is trypophobia. Imagine, if you will, the porous surface of a lotus seed pod, the air pockets in a loaf of bread, or the intricate honeycomb structure of a beehive. For most, these images evoke curiosity, perhaps even a sense of natural wonder. But for those afflicted with trypophobia, these seemingly innocuous patterns ignite a visceral reaction, a surge of primal fear that defies rational explanation. The sight of such clusters can trigger nausea, dizziness, and an overwhelming urge to flee. While the scientific community continues to debate the root cause of trypophobia, some researchers believe it stems from an evolutionary aversion to poisonous animals and plants, many of which exhibit similar patterns on their skin or exoskeletons. Imagine for a moment our ancestors navigating the dangers of a prehistoric world. Survival depended on the ability to quickly identify threats, and for many creatures, clusters of holes signaled danger. Poisonous insects, venomous snakes, and even diseased flesh often displayed these unsettling patterns. Over time, the human brain may have evolved to associate these patterns with danger, triggering an immediate and instinctive fear response. This primal reaction, once crucial for survival, now manifests as trypophobia in a modern world. Sufferers find themselves plagued by an irrational fear of harmless objects, their daily lives disrupted by a phobia they can scarcely comprehend. While there is no known cure for trypophobia, understanding its potential evolutionary origins is a crucial step towards managing and overcoming this unusual and often debilitating fear. From the depths of our primal anxieties, we emerge into a world of manufactured fear, a realm where laughter and terror collide. Here we encounter coulrophobia, the fear of clowns. Clowns, with their painted smiles and exaggerated features, are meant to entertain, to bring joy and laughter to children of all ages. But for those afflicted with coulrophobia, these figures represent anything but amusement. Their painted faces, meant to convey merriment, become grotesque masks, hiding sinister intentions. Their exaggerated features, designed to elicit laughter, instead evoke a chilling sense of unease. The very essence of a clown, a figure that walks the line between comedy and chaos, becomes a source of profound fear, triggering panic attacks, cold sweats, and an overwhelming sense of dread. The roots of coulrophobia are as complex and varied as the painted faces of the clowns themselves. Some researchers believe it stems from the uncanny valley effect, a phenomenon in which we experience revulsion towards things that appear almost human, but not quite. Others suggest that the exaggerated features of clowns tap into our primal fear of predators, their wide eyes and gaping mouths reminiscent of animals baring their teeth in a display of aggression. Whatever the cause, coulrophobia is a serious condition that can have a debilitating impact on those who suffer from it. Social gatherings, birthday parties, and even trips to the circus can become anxiety-ridden ordeals. The fear of clowns is a stark reminder that what we perceive as harmless entertainment can, for some, become a source of genuine terror, a testament to the power of the human mind to conjure fear from the seemingly benign. As the sun dips below the horizon, casting long shadows across the land, a primal fear stirs within some. This is nyctophobia, the fear of darkness. For those who suffer, the setting sun signals the arrival of a formidable enemy. For most, darkness is simply the absence of light, but for those with nyctophobia it is a terrifying void. Every rustle of leaves, every creak of the floorboards becomes amplified. The rational mind understands that darkness itself holds no inherent danger. The fear is deeply ingrained, often stemming from childhood experiences. The darkness becomes a canvas upon which the mind paints its worst fears. The symptoms of nyctophobia can be debilitating. Sleep becomes an ordeal, often requiring the comfort of nightlights. The fear can permeate every aspect of life. Imagine being trapped in a confined space, plunged into absolute darkness. The air grows thick with fear, every breath a struggle. Nyctophobes face terrifying scenarios, their minds preyed on by deep anxieties. This fear is very real to those who experience it. The amygdala triggers adrenaline, preparing the body for fight or flight. Even without a tangible threat, the body reacts. Treatment involves therapy and medication. Cognitive behavioral therapy helps change negative thought patterns. Exposure therapy builds tolerance to darkness. With support, it's possible to reclaim the night. Face the darkness with courage and understanding. The ocean, a vast and enigmatic realm, holds an irresistible allure for many. Yet beneath its shimmering surface lies a world of immense power and mystery. This is thalassophobia, the fear of deep water. For those with thalassophobia, the ocean's immensity becomes a source of terror. The sheer volume of water can induce feelings of insignificance and vulnerability. Imagine finding yourself adrift at sea, the vast expanse of water stretching out in every direction. The sun beats down mercilessly, and the gentle rocking of the waves does little to soothe your growing fear. This is the nightmare that haunts those with thalassophobia, a fear that can feel as isolating as it is overwhelming. The fear of deep water often stems from a lack of control. In the ocean, we are at the mercy of forces far greater than ourselves. The inability to see what lies beneath the surface, coupled with the knowledge that we are out of our element, can be a potent trigger for anxiety and panic. Like many phobias, thalassophobia often originates from a past traumatic experience, such as a near-drowning incident or witnessing a maritime disaster. However, it can also develop without any direct experience, perhaps passed down through generations or fueled by cultural narratives that depict the ocean as a place of danger. Treatment for thalassophobia often focuses on helping individuals regain a sense of control and confront their fears in a safe and gradual manner. This may involve techniques such as gradual exposure to water, relaxation exercises, and cognitive behavioral therapy to challenge negative thoughts and beliefs about the ocean. Imagine finding yourself adrift at sea, the vast expanse of water stretching out in every direction. The sun beats down mercilessly, and the gentle rocking of the waves does little to soothe your growing fear. This is the nightmare that haunts those with thalassophobia, a fear that can feel as isolating as it is overwhelming. The fear of deep water often stems from a lack of control. In the ocean, we are at the mercy of forces far greater than ourselves. The humble peanut butter and jelly sandwich, a childhood staple, a comforting classic. But for some, this treat is the source of profound anxiety and discomfort. This is arachibutyrophobia, the fear of peanut butter sticking to the roof of your mouth. Imagine the sensation of thick, sticky peanut butter clinging to the roof of your mouth. For most, it might be a minor inconvenience, a quick gulp of water setting things right. But for those with arachibutyrophobia, this sensation triggers a wave of panic. The fear often stems from a heightened sensitivity to textures, a sensory overload. The roof of the mouth, with its delicate skin and numerous nerve endings, is particularly susceptible. For those with arachibutyrophobia, the feeling of peanut butter adhering to this sensitive area can be unbearable. This phobia can manifest in various ways. Some individuals might avoid peanut butter altogether, while others might develop elaborate rituals for consuming it. The fear, while seemingly irrational, is very real to those who experience it. For arachibutyrophobes, the world can feel like a minefield of potential triggers. Peanut butter lurks in unexpected places, in candies, sauces, and even some savory dishes. The constant vigilance can be exhausting, leading to social isolation. The struggle is real for those who live with this fear. Anxiety, panic attacks, and feeling trapped are real consequences. The good news is that arachibutyrophobia can be treated. Cognitive behavioral therapy and exposure therapy are effective. Gradual exposure helps manage anxiety and break free from fear. Living with arachibutyrophobia is challenging but manageable. With support, you can reclaim the joy of enjoying a peanut butter sandwich. From lush rainforests to arid deserts, a silent predator lurks. Its scales shimmer, tongue tasting the air for prey. This is the snake, integral to our ecosystem yet feared. Ophidiophobia, the fear of snakes, is common. A primal fear, perhaps from our ancestors. The venom of a snake, a potent cocktail of toxins, evokes fear. A single bite can incapacitate prey with ruthless efficiency. Some venoms attack the nervous system, causing paralysis. Others target the circulatory system, causing internal bleeding. The effects can be swift and brutal, leading to deep-seated fear. This fear has been passed down through generations. Humans have developed a primal fear of these reptiles. Not all snakes are venomous. They play vital roles in ecosystems. They control rodent populations, protecting crops. Snake venom is studied for potential medicinal properties. Snakes are fascinating animals, deserving respect and understanding. We humans possess an innate ability to recognize faces, crucial for our survival. But what happens when this ability is challenged? Automatonophobia, the fear of human-like figures, delves into this uncanny valley. Figures that resemble humans but are subtly off mannequins, wax figures, or realistic robots. This fear taps into our primal instinct to recognize and avoid the unknown. The uncanny valley describes our discomfort with almost human figures. Familiarity peaks, then plummets into revulsion as resemblance nears human but isn't perfect. This fear stems from our need to categorize and recognize patterns. When something is almost human but not quite, it triggers a fear response. Water, the lifeblood of our planet, holds an irresistible allure. Its depths conceal a world unseen, a realm of mystery and wonder. But for some, this allure is tainted by an unshakable fear. This is submechanophobia, the fear of partially submerged man-made objects. Imagine a serene lake, its surface shimmering under the summer sun. But beneath the idyllic facade lies a submerged secret, a rusting shipwreck. This unsettling juxtaposition lies at the heart of submechanophobia. Submechanophobia is a fear of the unknown, of what lies hidden beneath the water's surface. The murky depths, often shrouded in darkness, become a breeding ground for our deepest fears. The inability to see clearly fuels our anxiety. Is it just a harmless buoy or something more sinister? Our minds, hardwired for survival, trigger a fear response. The human mind is a labyrinth of complexities, harboring fears both rational and seemingly irrational. But some fears, while seemingly irrational, tap into a primal dread, a fear so visceral, so deeply ingrained, that it transcends mere discomfort. Tonight we delve into the shadowy depths of taphophobia, the fear of being buried alive. Imagine, if you will, the cold, suffocating embrace of the earth, the crushing weight pressing down upon you, the air growing thin and stale. For those afflicted with taphophobia, this isn't a scene from a horror film, but a terrifying reality that haunts their waking hours. Every clang of a shovel, every rumble of shifting earth becomes a symphony of terror, a chilling reminder of their worst nightmare. In the cold, unforgiving grip of the earth, hope dwindles with each passing moment, a race against time as darkness encroaches. The fear is primal, instinctual, a desperate struggle for survival against an unyielding foe. The symptoms of taphophobia can be as varied as the individuals who suffer from it, ranging from mild anxiety to full-blown panic attacks. A simple walk through a graveyard can become an insurmountable ordeal. The mere thought of being trapped 6 feet under can trigger a cascade of physical reactions: a racing heart, shortness of breath, dizziness, and a cold, clammy sweat. These are the hallmarks of a phobia that has taken root deep within the psyche. But the terror of taphophobia extends beyond the physical. It can manifest as a constant gnawing anxiety, a persistent dread that casts a long shadow over their lives. Everyday activities such as entering an elevator or even lying in bed can become fraught with fear, a constant reminder of their potential entombment. The fear, like the earth itself, can feel inescapable. We've journeyed through the darkest corners of the human psyche, exploring phobias that range from the unsettling to the truly terrifying. But there exists a fear that transcends all others, a fear that feeds on fear itself. This is phobophobia, the paralyzing fear of fear. Imagine, if you will, a fear so profound, so all-encompassing that it doesn't have a singular trigger, but instead latches onto any and all perceived threats, amplifying them to an unbearable degree. Those who suffer from phobophobia live in a constant state of hypervigilance, their senses on high alert, bracing themselves for the next wave of terror. They become prisoners in their own minds, trapped in a self-perpetuating cycle of fear and anxiety. The irony, of course, is that the more they try to avoid their fear, the stronger it becomes. The symptoms of phobophobia can be debilitating, manifesting as panic attacks, dizziness, nausea, and a suffocating sense of dread. Social situations become minefields, each interaction a potential trigger for overwhelming anxiety. The fear of experiencing fear can become so intense that it begins to dictate their every move, forcing them to withdraw from life, to avoid any situation that might trigger their phobia. The world, once a place of wonder and possibility, transforms into a menacing landscape, fraught with potential dangers lurking around every corner. The simplest of tasks, such as leaving the house, can become insurmountable challenges. But there is hope. With therapy and support, those who suffer from phobophobia can learn to break free from the shackles of their fear and reclaim their lives. It's a long and arduous journey, but one that is ultimately filled with hope and the promise of a brighter future. And so we conclude our exploration of the top 10 terrifying phobias, a chilling glimpse into the darkest recesses of the human psyche. We've confronted our deepest fears, from the shuddering depths of thalassophobia to the suffocating grip of taphophobia. But remember, fear, while a powerful emotion, doesn't have to control our lives. By understanding our phobias, by shedding light on the darkness, we can begin to overcome them. Now, tell us, what is your most terrifying phobia? Share your experiences in the comments below. And don't forget to subscribe for more spine-chilling content that will keep you on the edge of your seat. Until next time, sleep tight, and may your dreams be free of spiders, clowns, and peanut butter stuck to the roof of your mouth.